y'all, welcome back to the channel. If you don't remember how this space looked right before Christmas, here is a image of it. And we're going to make a change to one of the items off camera, and that's this table. Can't wait for you to see it. But first things first, the first thing I'm going to do is jump in and change out my drapes. Now, I want to bring a little bit more of a moody color over here. I just painted this space right before Christmas, and I shared that video with you all. So now I'm going to warm it up with these drapes that I already had. I used them in my living room and main dining room area, and I'm just going to switch these out. And I'm also going to switch out the curtains or drapes, as we call them, in our sitting area. So I'm pretty much just swapping them around and out. So majority of the drapes in our home are custom. I've worked with maybe 2 or 3 brands, and I highly recommend 2 of the brands, which is Neutral Curtains and 2 Pages. The other brand, I didn't even share their information on my channels, but I definitely kept the drapes. They just weren't all the way up to par like these brands. And I must say, I'm highly satisfied. Both of these brands did come with the adjustable clips. And I do recommend those, especially if you are not someone who is comfortable or really great with measuring. And I used to have some green drapes in here that were made by 2 Pages. I absolutely love them. I may put them back up for the spring and summer season, but for now we're going to replace these with these beautiful white drapes. Now, the ones I had before, I had those made from a local seamstress, and they were great. But after I received the ones from 2 Pages and Neutral Curtains, hey, I absolutely know the difference and I love them. And not a knock against my local seamstress. She did a great job. It's just that I can tell the difference in the ones that she made and the ones that I received from 2 Pages and Neutral Curtains. So we're just going to go ahead and hang these. I am using some curtain rods I already had. I also have 2 different sets of holes in my wall from some green curtains I had before, which were, I believe, 102 inches, and these are 104 inches. So the only thing I'm doing differently is I am moving them down to the original hole, and I'm removing the old anchors and replacing them with this really good anchor. So I want to make sure that these curtains are secure and do not fall. So I'm going to go ahead and change the hardware over on this side, and we also need to change the hardware on the other side and rehang those drapes. I need to also move those down. So just a real easy tip. If you're ever in the need of having some custom drapes made, my suggestion would be to go ahead and purchase your hardware. And then you want to go ahead and install your hardware, meaning your curtain rod and curtain hooks. And you want to take an old curtain and hang it. And then what you want to do is measure from the bottom of that curtain to the floor to get your measurements. And that little trick will only work if your curtains are too short. The other way to do it is to just measure from the lip of your curtain hook or curtain ring to the floor. Do understand that custom curtains are not in everyone's budget. So my recommendation is to get the longest curtains you could find that works for your space, and adjust your curtain rod up or down so your curtains would kiss the floor. Meaning you don't want to buy them too long and you don't want to buy them too short, but buy them just right in between the length where you can adjust them. Or you can use some needle and thread and just hem them or maybe even some hemming tape. Let's just make those types of changes in 2025 to make our curtains and drapes look like everything was intentional. And a real interior designer is going to recommend that your curtains kiss the floor and not puddle the floor. All right, so I have my curtains in place. I have my lamps in place. So let's go ahead and add some items to the space. And of course, the first thing we want to do is add these pillows. I've already had all of these pillows. Everything in this space I've already had. I've made some changes to my coffee table, and here it is before and here it is after. All I did was spray paint it. I took it outside, and please understand, anytime I want to change the look of something, I will spray paint it, whatever it takes to get a different look. And in this case, I just took it outside and spray painted it with some Rust-Oleum black satin finish spray paint. Also used a dry cleaning sponge on the green side to sand in between coats, and it worked perfectly. Of course, it rained that day, so that's why I didn't film myself on how I did it. But I do have quite a few spray paint videos, and absolutely love the way this table turned out. I do need to do another coat, but I needed to bring that table in because of the rain. The wind started blowing, so I brought it in. So let's continue with decorating this coffee table. After placing all of the items on the table, I can clearly see I'm missing something. Can you guess what it is? I'm missing coffee table books and, of course, some greenery. So I'll add that later to the table off camera. But for now, let's continue with adding some items to the space. Let's add some items to this side table. It's actually a bar cabinet. And this really large vase I've had forever. It used to be a bright red with pewter. And I spray painted both vases, the bottom part a bronze color and the top part a gold color. And I just spray painted it freehand to make it look more natural. Absolutely love the way it turned out. And I'm just adding some greenery to the smaller vase to bring some color, some life over to this side of the room. I'm adding a couple of my coffee table books to adjust the height of this art piece, as well as this decorative ball. I recently purchased that from Home Goods. Let's add a couple of pillows in the same color of the chair. And this is how the space looked before. And this is how the space looked after. I absolutely love the way it turned out. I am going to get a rug for my kitchen nook area. I do have one. I am eyeing. Now these two metal pieces on the side, I get so many people asking about them. I do have a link to them. And this art is new. I shared it recently, probably in December. Absolutely love it. And the chairs I purchased from Wayfair, the table from Ballard Design, and I absolutely love the way these few little items are displayed over here on this side table. Now that side table actually used to be brown and I spray painted it gold. Hey, we are spray painting some items in this space to get a different look. Now in this bowl, I just have some ornaments, have them turned upside down to look like decorative balls. And I absolutely love this light fixture. I partnered with a company on Instagram. It's made by Mod Lighting. Absolutely love it. It fits this space perfectly. And you can see here I added the coffee table books as well as some greenery to the table. It did fill it up, but it also gave me everything I need for the space. Also added a furry ottoman as well as a throw just over to the side. And use the ottoman just to kick our feet up, sit down, or just to maybe throw some throws on. So let's look at the space from a different angle. From this angle, as you can see, I no longer have a lamp on the bar cabinet. I actually have it on the side table. Actually, I love the way that looks. It also gives me space to add those large items to the top of that bar cabinet. And I'm also considering changing out those two pieces of art above that bar cabinet. I actually purchased some paint. I'm thinking about doing a paint effect on it, so we may just do that. So whatever I do, it's going to blend into the other space. Now, I did keep the snowflake pillows in these bar chairs, and they go great with the space. And we have come to the end of this video. Thank you all for watching my videos. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. If you like these types of videos and you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, turn your notification on so you'll be notified when I post videos. And feel free to like, share, and comment. It helps my channel. Thanks again for watching. Happy New Year. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.